Hey everyone, what I have for you today is a quick single serve lunch. It is something that I just whipped up last week and I just enjoyed it so much. It was full of flavor and it was just eye-pleasing. You know, like when you eat something and it's beautiful, you're gonna want to just look at it and say, oh, that's such a beautiful plate of food, and then you just dive in and eat it, right? That's what this was. Because of the colors, it was bright greens and yellows and reds with the taco meat. So it is a warmed kale taco salad, and you can quick cook it in a skillet, or you can eat it cold and just have everything all cut up and just eat it in a bowl that way. Have a cold taco salad. Whichever way you want to do it, it all is going to be good. So I hope you enjoy this video. So to start off the dish, what I'm going to do is going to heat up my pan with some coconut oil. This is going to be an S meal. There are probably ways you can turn it into a fuel pull or an E, or you know, all the different types of S's. Deep S. If you keep the dairy out of it, it will be a deep S. But I liked it with a little bit of sour cream and some cheese, so I'm gonna go ahead and make it that way. So what you're gonna need to do is melt some coconut oil in your pan, and then what you're gonna add first is your kale. I went ahead and just bought some chopped kale already in the bag, and so I'm going to add this to the pan. And this is just rough estimates. You can head over to the blog, and if I have, please move that. If I have the recipe up, so you can check that out. So you can get 2 big healthy handfuls of this. It's the best way to, that was a really big handful. This is the best way to describe how much is in here. Leafy greens are hard to measure. It's not like flour, you know? So just put 2 really big handfuls in this, and it cooks down just like spinach does. What are some ways that you use kale? I know I put it in smoothies, but there are other ways that you can also use it. Now, while this is warming up and wilting, I'm going to put a little salt and pepper on it. While that's wilting, I'm going to cut up my pepper. You can add any sort of vegetables to this that you want to. Anything that you would want to put in a taco salad. I have some bell peppers. I have a yellow one. I made this recipe last week and it was just beautiful. So I used a yellow pepper, and the contrast of color was just one of those meals that you look at and it was like eye-pleasing. You know how we eat with our eyes? Well, this is a colorful meal that was just so, you just wanted to look at it and enjoy it that way a little bit before you started digging into it. So, okay, that just broke off, didn't it?
The duck. The duck.
Okay, don't be too loud, I'm recording.
Sorry.
So I'm gonna cut this up. I can hear it sizzling in there.
And I'm having a banana.
You can use a red bell pepper, a green bell pepper, whatever it is that you have on hand. If you have frozen bell pepper mix, a seasoning blend, and you could like quadruple this and add it all together in a bigger pan and make it for your family.
And I'm
But it's
doing
like, okay, please let mommy just cook the food and make the video, okay?
No.
You can use as much pepper as you want, whatever vegetables you want. If you're an onion fan, you can have onions in it, whatever. I'm going to be putting a tomato in it. You can add salsa. If you don't want to add a fresh tomato, you can add that. See, it's starting to sizzle in here. Some are escaping. So while this wilts down, I am going to add the pepper to start cooking that all together also. See, already it's bright and cheerful color. I'm going to add the whole bell pepper because this bell pepper was very small. I bought like a 6-pack of them at Grocery Outlet, and they were much smaller than what you would normally buy if you bought them individually. Why don't you go play until we do something together? We got plenty of time to play. And then last time I made it, I did add some onion. If you're an onion fan, you can add onion. If you don't have any fresh onion, you can use whatever onion that you enjoy. I love red onion on things. So I'm going to cut this up. You just dice it up a little bit, as much as you want. It adds some good flavor to it. And you want to cut them really small so that you're not biting into a large piece of onion and getting just the onion flavor. That's the good thing about dicing up the onions in your meals. They're spread out in the casserole, in the skillet meal, whatever it is that you're making. I keep the whole thing and I cut it till it's really small, you know? Just what I do. Gotta pinch your pennies in some ways. Alright, so we got this going here. See how beautiful it is right now, all these colors in this? And the kale has already gone down in size. It's already, you know, cooked down and wilted, just like spinach. You take a whole bag of spinach, you can turn it into like a cup of it, right?
Spicy.
Not spicy yet.
I don't like the purple.
The onion. Oh yes, the onion is spicy too, yes.
Yeah, because you shouldn't add it in the salad.
Oh, you didn't like it yesterday when you ate it?
I didn't eat any of it.
That's fine. Not everybody likes onions. Mommy likes onions.
But the new person named Martinez, she had some.
Did she not like onions either?
No, she had a salad.
Okay. Oh, you can put, these are going to be done soon. You know, you cook it until it's wilted, until it's the desired crispness of all the vegetables. But this tomato, not fully ripe. I cut it at Walmart. We drove out to another city to go to a different Walmart, and this tomato is still kind of green on the inside. So I'm going to put it in now because it's hardier than most tomatoes. And then at the end, I'm going to put some avocado on it. I don't think I put avocado on it last time. You would put in it anything that you would put in your taco salad. Now, I call this a quick lunch skillet in a way because I have taco meat on hand. I cooked up 5 pounds of ground beef, so I have it all on hand. So that's why I'm able to turn this into a skillet lunch. So I'm going to turn the flame down, or not the flame, the heat down. I had it too high. All right, and break them up. And now I'm also going to add the meat because it needs to warm up, and it can warm up as the vegetables cook so that the vegetables don't get too overcooked. See, this looks beautiful. I mean, just as it is, you can add some spices to this and like some garlic maybe. And it could be like a great side, a warm side salad to a dish, you know, or put it on something. Maybe some chicken you can put in this too. There's so many ways you can do this. Different things you can add to this. All right, so this is what I have left of our chicken, or our taco meat. So you can put in whatever you would think is a good serving amount. What is it, like a half a cup to a cup of meat would probably be about a good amount. So there we go. You got to make sure you get enough protein in. I would say probably 3/4 of a cup, half a cup to 3/4 of a cup of meat in there. Whatever it is that you want. Like if you had some of the, what is that? The Sweet Line Taco Joe's. If you had any leftovers of that, you could throw that in here. Or if you just happen to have chicken, shredded chicken from something, you could throw that in here. Any sort of, that would be a great way to make it more of a fuel pull in a way. And you could also maybe add some black beans to make it an E if you had some chicken breast shredded or cut cubed that we're not put. And then you'd have to put less coconut oil in it, of course, or maybe just spray it with a coconut oil spray. But look how beautiful this is. Look at the colors in there. I just, you know, I'm looking at this wishing I had more kale in the pan. So maybe add 3 handfuls of kale. So I remember when I had it the other day, I had a lot more kale in it than this. It just cooks down so much. All right, I'm going to turn the fire off, the heat off, because I don't want to overcook my veggies now too much. Just want to warm up all of this meat. And I believe I have all my ingredients in it. Now you could add some extra onion and garlic powder. I mean, if you use taco meat, it's going to be already seasoned with the taco seasonings. But if you just use plain ground beef, that might maybe like that that hacked one that your Milky Mama came with, you can add some chili powder. You can add some cumin, some garlic. I'm going to add some crushed red pepper because I did that last time. That extra heat was really good. And you can add hot sauces when you're done, just like you would a taco salad. Now, you could do this fresh. This is just a warmed way of doing it. All of this can be made fresh by having it as a regular salad. Like you could eat the kale not cooked. I prefer it cooked and in smoothies. I need to try it and venture out more different ways eating kale. I asked my friend Michelle for some ideas and she gave me some. So I'm going to be trying those with my kale. And my husband's going to start putting them in smoothies. I made him a peach smoothie for to drink on the way to church yesterday, and he loved it. And I told him, I said, I put kale in it, and he's like, no way. So he was pleasantly surprised. Now that this is all done, I'm going to turn that off, bring you just a little bit closer, and put it on the pan, my plate. And there we have my lunch for today. You can add cheese to it if you do dairy and sour cream, or just leave it the way it is, and it's going to be scrumptious just the way it is. Put some nutritional yeast on top. Look at that. Now I'm going to add the avocado. So by the way it is right now, it is a deep S. There is no dairy in it. There is no, I didn't add cheese or sour cream. I cooked it in coconut oil. Ground beef. Whoa, that avocado pit flew across the room. All right, now I'm going to put my avocado on it, because avocado is just, when they're ripe, you gotta eat them. I bought a bag of mini ones here, and I gotta eat them up. My kids ate some earlier, and now I'm going to eat another one. I fried one with my eggs this morning. Oh, so good. So for a fresh element, you can add some avocado to it. Ooh, that one's bruised on the inside. There you go, I got some avocado on there. Yum, yum, yum. There we go. I believe that is everything. Now I'm going to add a little bit of cheese and some sour cream to it and enjoy this meal. But this is a great single serve. You saw how fast that was to cook it. It took a little bit longer because I was videoing it and talking to you about it, but you can easily do all of this in like 5 or 10 minutes. If you're a homeschool mom or a busy mom, you can take it to go with you and just warm it up at work or whatever you want to do, or eat it cold. You can easily eat this cold. So there you have it. I hope you enjoy, and check the link below to the blog for a recipe with more exact ingredients. Thanks so much for watching. Be a blessing.